I'm Simon Eccles. I'm the Chief Health Officer here at Salesforce. Salesforce is the world's largest CRM company. And in retail or travel, that customer relationship management is really important to the business. How do we engage with the people we serve? How do we make them feel looked after, special, and personalise their experience? In healthcare, we don't do that so much in the UK. In the rest of the world, actually much more meaningfully. Our impact here in the UK is to help bring the whole experience of healthcare and centre it around the citizen, and for staff to try and streamline all the processes and really save them time. So our big challenges before we started using HSJ Intelligence was how to get hold of all that information. And we had a business development team, young people who spent their time scraping their way through different websites, trying to put it together and then give you a sort of a summary or what they'd found and so on. And we've transformed that. Now, it's really easy to go on to HSJ Intelligence and grab what we need to know, either to discuss with an organisation what that sales information may be, what contracts they're holding, what areas of development they're particularly looking at, and what the priorities are for different organisations and for different health economies. So running it at all those different scales the NHS works at. Personally, I find it most helpful if I'm going to go and talk to an exec or a senior leader within the NHS. I will nip onto HSJ Intelligence, I'll find the report from their organisation most recently, and I'll download all of that and internally stuff it in, because it means I'm talking from a much clearer position of knowledge, and that makes the conversation much more useful. From our perspective, it saves us time, producing better information than we were able to find necessarily online for ourselves, and they're really nicely written summaries. That's my favourite part, are those clear intelligence about individual organisations that include a certain amount of nuance and care, and you read them through and you have a real feel for where that organisation is now, what matters to them, and from our perspective, how best we could help them. Within my role personally, much of my time is spent speaking to execs and senior leaders in the NHS, in local organisations and centrally. And I use HSJ Intelligence as my cheat sheet to make sure I understand what's going on in that patch, in that region, in that individual organisation. Where are they? How well are they doing? What are their particular challenges? And some of the real specifics about contracts and data that are most helpful to me, that means my conversations with that team are richer, more meaningful, and more useful to us both. For me, HSJ Intelligence is the shortcut to the data that matters.